Every day, chat and chart live during the New York session. Here, real traders share the raw truth, their mindset, technical analysis, and execution. This is where real traders show their skill set. Welcome to Tradin TV. This is your stage to shine.
Hello. How is everyone doing?
All good.
What is
How are
up,
you?
Salah?
How are you?
What is up, Kashif? Doing amazing.
Great.
What about you, Kashif? Oh, we can't hear you. I think you're on mute.
Hey, hi Kimmel, how are you?
Doing amazing.
Hey Salah,
All
how's
good.
your
How are
guys'
you, brother?
good.
How's your guys' weekend? And everyone in the chat, let us know. Very interesting weekend with a very interesting Friday, followed by that was pure market manipulation. Because I was telling a couple of friends, I don't know if you guys expected the same thing. I was telling a couple of friends, this is the type of thing that Trump does, and then eventually just says, you know what, everything is fine. Like, it was the same exact thing on in April. Something when Enki was just dropping and dropping. Yeah, that was the February to April. That was the exact same thing. It was
when he nuked the markets, and then he was like, "Now's the best time to buy," and that was the biggest signal in eternity. Look what happened right after what Trump stated when he tweeted, "Now is the time to buy."
Yeah, like this is the thing. I don't think, to me, all of this is always manipulation, especially because it was like, oh yeah, Trump is saying this. Eventually, I knew that those statements were going to be retracted, because else he's just going to cause a financial crisis, and then we have the move up. So for me, any pullback that we have here is going to be the pullback to buy, right? Be it here, I bought a little bit on Friday, and even if we continue moving lower towards order blocks, or even, who knows, crazy down towards this weekly huge order block, then this to me is time to buy. And for people that trade gold, because I know a lot of you trade gold, it's not the time to sell. Let's just say that this is not the time to sell. I've talked with, I've been on live streams with every single, with both Kashif and Salah, and we were all mentioning, all of us were mentioning the fact that gold is bullish.
You can't sell. You just simply
you
can't
look
sell.
at gold.
That's what people aren't understanding.
Yeah.
You shouldn't sell.
Yeah.
You feel like you're missing out, you simply
As soon as we get this breakout,
whoever feels like they're missing out, you're simply not missing out. You're just gonna wait for a pullback. Every pullback, most pullbacks that have been happening on gold recently have proven to you that you can buy from that pullback. Just wait for buy setups. The trend is very bullish. You're not gonna force your way in by selling and expecting to be the smartest person in the room and holding a sell from the all-time high. It's not time yet.
Yeah. And whoever, every time you see drops like this, you see people on social media saying that they called the high on gold, and then they just continue to be wrong, right? Because that wasn't the high. And I want you to notice one thing. When did we have pullbacks? Let's say here, let's say here, let's say here, 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 and here, right? These were all in all of these days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days were bearish. But I want you to notice how in all those days, well, let's keep it just for the sake of it. Look, inefficiency or fair value gap, whatever you guys want to call it. Inefficiency or fair value gap, whatever you guys want to call it. Inefficiency, order block, right there, or demand zone. Fair value gap right there, or inefficiency, We have order block right there, or demand zone. We have fair value gap, and the market just continues moving up. Now, let's now remove the brushes, and you see how clean it is. And so what Salah was saying is that, yes, we might have the pullback, but instead of trying to trade the pullback, just
Buy.
you should change your question into where will we move bullish from? Because that's literally what I try to
Mhm.
figure out all the time, especially on NQ, which is what I trade the most. My question isn't, oh, when is it going to reverse? It's like, when is it going to continue to
Exactly.
move higher, right? And then you get these very
100%.
nice moves.
I like your charts. I was even waiting for a pullback around market open. I was waiting for the perfect time to buy. Okay. And
Yeah,
I knew that the moment it breaks 25, it is gonna move higher and it is gonna go crazy. Okay. That is from before. And then yesterday, I was waiting for it to tap 25 to fly from there, and that happened. And I even
yeah,
sent it out on my Telegram. I was like, we are going to see 25. The moment I saw it, it
yeah,
just took off from it. And I held
yeah.
my longs pretty well.
Kashif, was it with you that we were mentioning gold breaking
Yes, it
4,000,
was
or
with
was
me.
it with
Yeah,
Salah?
it was.
With you, yeah. Like we mentioned, listen, we break 4,000, we get
Hmm.
everyone caught out, like
Yeah,
everyone is liquidity here, then we
yeah,
fully
yeah.
tank, which we did, like we absolutely reversed after
Hmm.
manipulating everyone, 120 $120, and now we just continue moving higher, right? So all of this was just manipulation
Pure
for people to buy
manipulation.
buy buy, fully fully get them out, and
Yeah.
then continue moving higher.
I see us going to 4,250-ish at most, 4,270. That's going to be the cap for a while before having a small pullback, not the pullback that people think of or imagine. It's a small pullback where we're going to consolidate for a while between um, 3,700s all the way to 4,000s. That's gonna be where we're gonna consolidate, and price will try to um, just stay calm there around that range.
What I would say is that, like, imagine
Hmm.
that this happens, right? Imagine we have the mega
Hmm.
strong move to the upside. Like, you guys won't be able to look at this, which is an 8% dip, and think, oh my God, fucking crashed.
So,
Because it's still going to be
yeah.
over 4,000. So just know that this crash back to
It's gone.
3,300, or even like
Gone.
even lower, I don't think it's happening. Like, I think something insane in because, like, even if I don't know, do you guys know the correlation between like
Yeah.
gold and war? Like, if there's war,
Yeah.
gold is just going to go higher, right? Like, I don't see a reason why gold would crash down to like even
No, no,
2,500, as some people are calling. I don't
that
think that
is
that's going to
literally impossible. What I'm telling you, like, actually impossible to happen in our life ever again. That's just like people saying Bitcoin is going to zero or $100. That won't happen. It's not happening.
Yeah,
Um, but
yeah,
a while ago, I read something that says 3,500 is the new average for gold. Like the minimum average for gold will never be below 3,500 anymore, regardless of what happens. And I
yeah,
believe another reason for gold to keep pushing higher beyond war, um, China and the States, they're trying to face each other to see who's going to have more gold, okay? Who's going to have the biggest gold reserve. And they're both buying gold in a crazy way. Plus, Fort Knox haven't been audited since ages and ages ago. Okay, so it's in the U.S.'s favor for gold to keep going higher and higher. So when their gold is valuated, it's just gonna their profit on that is gonna be something incredibly high.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Like, how high is
Yeah,
gold going to go? Salah said 4.3,
yeah.
4.25. I would just say I don't know. Like, I would just fucking let it show
And
us
we'll
where it's
just
going to go.
use that in our favor, whatever happens.
Yeah. Like, just keep logging until it proves you wrong. And when it proves you wrong, it's going to be like a 10% drop. And when that happens, it's
Buy
like
more.
just then you flip your bias. Like, instead of thinking, "Oh, I should have caught this high," like, just flip your bias. I never really care if I miss a move. Like, I didn't short like on Friday. I actually longed on Friday. Like, on Friday, I took a trade. Um oh goddamn, what the hell is this? So on Friday, I took a trade long 1 hour, and then the market fully reversed, and I didn't really care with this drop. I was like, huh, okay, I already profited for the day. So, like, when you see gold dropping, and I know we're talking a lot about gold, but it's just because I know most traders that are here trade gold. Uh, like, just be fine with not catching the high. Like, you will be unprofitable if you are always like, oh, we need to catch the high, we need to catch the high, 100%. But yeah, have you guys entered in any trades today?
I personally just took gold longs during Asia from 25
Yeah,
and from 33, and haven't taken any other trade till now, and I won't probably, unless we get
nice.
a pullback in gold to 60. I say I would get another buy, but before that, I'm just chilling.
So you executed what? Are we talking
Huh?
futures price? Are we talking the GC price
No,
on the?
just
Do you want to share your screen?
okay. I'll share my screen.
There you go. And I don't think, by the way, this whole tariff talk is over. I think one at one point Trump is just gonna remember, and
I don't
he's
know.
just
I
gonna
don't understand what
tweet
he's
again.
doing now at this point. Like, I honestly cannot understand what's going through this man's head now.
I don't
Like,
think he
after that
understands it.
talk with China's president and everything, he flips out on him, and then after threatening them and going like incredibly insane, he goes back and say China is not our enemy and we're not trying to hurt China.
Yeah.
I don't understand. This confuses me. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I would want gold to drop all the way here in order for me to look for longs again. But before that, I'm just chilling. There is nothing to do here. Literally nothing. Okay, you can call this a support area and try to buy from it. It's not that safe for me, to be honest. But this area proved really well how strong of a support area it is, as you can say. The 4060 level. See this, this, this. Well, this broke it, and it just what's it called? Tried tapping into it once, then it just went off. So if I am to look for longs, I would want to see 4060.
Okay. What about you, Kashif? Did you enter in any
No,
trades
I'm
already today?
still waiting for London lows to be taken out. Same as Salah.
Mhm.
And the same time, like for a swing setup, I'm looking at 2 hours time frame. There's yes, this level. It's kind of like a breaker block. So this is an area I'm looking for a buy.
That's the perfect area and the
Hell yeah.
safest, in my opinion. Um, Beyond that, you really should chill. Everybody should chill and not try to force a setup or even short this. Just let it be. You not even for a scalp,
Yeah.
whatever. Never attempt to short an all-time high for a scalp, even because it could just wipe you out instantly.
Yeah, at the same time, like there's kind of like trend line liquidity uh,
Yeah,
above. Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. I see.
might
It's once a
possibly
people.
just quickly go down and then tap 40-60. Yes,
Yeah, there's a
massive amount of
massive amount of
liquidation right
liquidity
there.
there.
So
What about the everyone in the chat? Have you guys taken any trades today? I know Usman said I am gold buys and Bitcoin shorts. Uh, Also saying I'm seeing gold hit 4100 and get a reversal till 4042. Um, Ramesh said had been expecting a buy from Friday's dip, took opportunity. Um, has anyone in the chat entered in any trades? Let's see. I'm gonna take a little bit. But yeah, personally now I'm only eyeing up EU shorts. I think EU shorts look amazing. If you quickly check EU, like that looks just like it looks so heavy
You
overall.
want to share your screen?
I can share. Yeah. Mm.
Gold's plan is very simple, so I hope everybody listens to what we said. Just wait for 4060 and try to buy it.
Like very clean break lower. We didn't sweep the high, which is good. Right? We don't sweep the high for value gap or inefficiency, whatever you guys want to call it. Um, and then entry, and then the market moves to the downside. Lot of liquidity on the left. If you look at the daily chart, the daily chart looks very, very bearish. Uh, Targets are very clean. What you would want to target is very, very clean. We have inverted fair value gap right there, and then we have these internal lows, which is first targets. But just to there, you already have a 1 to 2.2, 1 to 2.5, and eventually, let's say we massively break lower, which is also possible. It just requires one tweet. Then you would have easily a 1 to 5. So, so yeah, it's very clean in my opinion. Um, all the rest, like all the other assets, the problem with this is I don't think technical analysis will hold up that much for one reason, which is Bitcoin just needs one Trump tweet to either go to all-time high or go way lower. Like one Trump tweet is everything that is required. So I don't really like to look at fundamentals, but when it's when it's not NFP or FOMC, it's like one tweet away. You can't really ignore the risk you're taking. Technically, I would just be waiting now because we swept the highs, swept the lows, pulled back into the range. So I wouldn't do anything on Bitcoin right now. I would see if this confirms bearish, because if that's the case, then we're going to 97, or flip this fair value gap and then go to all-time high.
You
All
know,
the rest
Kimmel,
we've
right
talked about.
now, it's literally the patience game. And you just wait.
Yeah,
You gotta chill because right now the markets are on fire, but they're currently um, more like cooking, and you're gonna be served with the best opportunity after it finishes what it's doing. So just wait.
Yep. Yep. So Ramesh said took a trades on Friday running 900 pips. Miguel G shorts, let's go. Give a break even after getting 1 to 4. Did not take you did not take profits at 1 to 4. That is wild. Um, then took a buy today. Nice. Will Nasdaq come back to fill the gap? Who knows? Probably. It looks like it. Someone took a trade in silver. What's silver?
Silver's
Let's see.
going insanely good. Yeah.
Just running too. God damn. Gold running
Mhm.
even more, man. That's wild.
But
A silver would just hit all-time high
yeah, it's
last
because
week.
I'm talking about like uh holding silver physically is really good now. Yeah.
Yeah. I regret not buying silver at
Kimmel,
was it
I
here?
bought at
Yeah,
$32.
$2.
But physical.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, I wanted to buy physical too, but I was just too much information for myself. Let's see. GU short, GU short, GU sell. Goddamn, a lot of people trading GU. Let's go. Let's go check. There you go. Let me remove. I'll say this about the GU shorts. It's like there's a very big difference in the delivery between EU and GU. So if we quickly check, if we put them side by side, GPUSD. Let's do the same. Fuck off. So if we put these side by side, like you can see the difference in delivery of when the market moved higher. So let me do crosshair too. Goddamn.
EU's clean.
Crosshair. Okay. Like right here, notice how we have a way bigger pullback on GU versus on EU. Right? So right here, so this candle is this candle right here. Right? So EU overall is just looking way more bearish through the whole time. So that's why I prefer to take EU, but they were looking very similar at time of entry, to be honest. But look at the difference between the drop on EU, which was what, like almost 4 times this candle, like 1, 2, 3, while on this one it was 1, right? You can see the difference in price delivery on this move to the downside. That's why I personally preferred EU. Yeah, so that's why GU is ranging a little bit more. But I do expect GU to also give us the bearish delivery. So, but yeah, for everyone that is shorting GU. Dr. Trade, Kimmel, don't start selling your mentorship here. Well, bro, maybe if you would buy the mentorship, you would not be unprofitable. Like, what the hell? Gold is
Yeah,
flying. Is it
I'm
still?
in gold buy right
Bro.
now. I was looking at this 5-minute order block. Let me just share my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So I
From
think this
around
was the
72, right?
right. Okay. So
Yeah.
this 5-minute order block, I was looking at this because initially, like I was waiting for price action to take out London lows, but looking at the price action behavior since this morning, since Asian session, I can see price action is not taking out liquidity to the downside. It just makes higher low and just pulls back up, higher low, pulls back up, higher low, pulls back up. So similarly, it happened right here as well. This order block price came back to this as I saw some rejections, 1, 2, 3, couple of rejections right here. On the 1-minute time frame, there was a good market structure shift right here. This one, I was a little bit late on this entry, but this right here, market structure shift, and the price is just going up at this point. Now, if you look on the 15-minute time frame, we still closing bullish in 5 minutes. So I'll be looking at this current 15-minute candle because if it closes bullish without leaving a big wick, there's high possibility price action will be taking out this high right here, all-time high 4085. This is also London highs.
So what is that? What
Yeah,
secure
like
F?
because
Are we talking
yeah,
like a
it's a
1 to
1 to
2?
2. I'm looking at not 1 to 2. I'm looking at 4090 because kind of like it's a psychological level.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
yeah, because
Yeah.
gold right now, the way it's moving so volatile, every even number like 4090, 4080, 4070, it's giving precise rejections.
Kashif, I mentioned
Keep in
this
mind that
uh,
we're
like in the past streams. We're currently just moving by psychological levels, and
Exactly.
you're seeing the exact same levels, repeating the same patterns or support resistance, whatever you want to call it, levels. 4,000, 4,000 flat, 3,900, 800, 700. Same exact thing is happening.
Yes.
and do you guys look at psychological levels in Owanda and not
Yeah, I
GC
look at
in the
it
futures
Wanda
chart?
personally.
Because like right now, GC, so the gold futures are at 4,102.
Ooh.
So technically speaking, we are at a
Yeah.
psychological level. Dr. Trade, the Mr. Unprofitable, said, Kimmel just a waffler. What kind of analysis were those? I don't know. The analysis that make me profitable and you unprofitable. Like I don't it doesn't get more simpler than that. I'm profiting and you're not. I've been profiting for years and you're not. So that's the kind of analysis. Um so yeah, do like because for me, when I was introduced into the futures side of things, um, that's where I was like, oh fuck, actually, this is the real, this is the real chart. Basically, that's why I was talking about the CF Owanda versus futures. But yeah, if it works, it works, and it looks like it's working. So Doctor Trade is probably
No,
in a
of
gold
course.
short.
He
So.
got
Um,
liquidated like 3 times probably past 4 days.
like yeah, fucking D-Trade Forex on FXCM. It's the same thing, Miguel. It doesn't make a difference at all. Well, yeah, by selling mentorship, bro. God damn. This guy is so salty because he can't afford it. It's insane. Yeah. Um, so yeah, EU also moving. Gold is moving. So we have two shared trades. So it's nice. Does anyone have any questions besides Mr. Unprofitable, meaning Dr. Trade? Does anyone have any questions? What do you think about trading NQ during US holiday after such Friday PA? So for me, the important thing is that the stock market isn't closed. Today is the type of day that it's a bank holiday, but stock market is open. So I would still trade. I'm just more careful with my trading. That's the difference. So what do you guys do? Do you guys look at
I
bank
do.
holidays at all? Do you just look at US bank holidays or also like
No,
euro
for me, I
matter or
just
no?
care about U.S. bank holiday, and I still do trade if I see an opportunity that matches my criteria, I would still seize that and uh, make good use of it. I just wouldn't have um, as big of targets, and I'll just have something that is very very close to me, basically.
So I
Truth
secured
always hurts.
half positions right here, and stop losses to break even because this is the new 15-minute candle. So it might make a bottom wick,
Yes, sir.
uh, and at the same time it's taking out these highs.
Hmm.
So let's see.
Yeah, this 15-minute technically broke out.
Yep. See, it's
This
coming back
15
to make
broke.
a bottom wick. If it makes a bottom wick, flips bullish again, then we'll further continue up.
Yeah, we really might see 4,100
Yeah,
today.
it's going there like 4,100. Like it might just give like little bit of pullbacks and then up again, pullbacks up again.
Sorry, guys. Natty Gaines said, Kimmel, let others speak. You are not the only person. Want to hear more from Kashif. So, Kashif, you better start talking more. Else I'm gonna get roasted. But this guy's like, oh, you have to learn to be humble. Like, shut the fuck up,
You know,
man.
like
It's like, then Dr. Trade is like, yeah, you won't give others a chance. And it's like, no, we're just having a conversation, you dumbass. Both. By the way, just so you guys know, Natty Gaines can't even speak on my channel anymore. Like, if I had the power here, you guys wouldn't be here too. So, not you, the people in the chat. So, I love the ban feature on YouTube. But yeah, Kashif, it's your, come on, it's your, you have to speak for 15 minutes
okay,
now.
so
For Salah and Kashif, what is the fundamental caps lock reason for why gold is bullish, and how long can we expect it to be bullish for? See, I'm sorry
Go
that
ahead.
I'm waffling again. These are the type of people in the chat. It's like we've already talked
We
about all of this.
countlessly spoke about all of this.
God damn. The type of people that
I
then
think
tell
like
me to shut the fuck up. God
fundamentally, like
damn.
if we look at gold, it's a safe haven. And looking at dollar index, I think gold is right now a safe hedge against dollar weakness. If
Damn.
you look at the global economies, dollar is depreciating. So I think like it will keep pushing up to at least like 4,400. Like, and if we look at silver, there's the trend is much clean than gold. Like silver, if you just look at the 1 hour time frame, man, it's just making higher highs and clean higher lows. No liquidations, just simply clean. Even right now, silver, if you look right here,
Yeah,
uh,
less manipulation.
less manipulation. Like it's also correlative. Like for example, if I'm in a gold buy right here, and it's giving me a break of structure to the upside, if it closes above 4085, then looking at silver, like there's an early entry right here because it hasn't given you a break of structure to the upside.
I fucking love this group. I'll leave it at that. Oh my god. Yeah, now doing the bottom wick that you mentioned.
Bottom wick, and on the 1 minute time frame, higher low tapped into this wick. So if this holds, we'll continue pushing up. And it might also make a new order block right here on the 1 minute if this current 1 minute breaks this high. If it closes above, that will be another demand zone on the 1 minute. So let's see.
EU keeps moving lower. Looking good.
I think Euro USD is bearish till 1.1540. It's gonna drop more.
That's why I like to always take my overall profits. Like, if you guys want a higher strike rate for everyone that is watching, like, don't target the huge moves. Like, target the extremes, right? Instead of trying to go for the 1 to 5 and be right 20% of the time, just go for the 1 to 2 and be right 80% of the times. Obviously, it's not going to be 80, but you'll be more profitable by being right more times, right? Like, that's it. That's why we see even Kashif right now already took profits on stream. Like, that's because his psychology gets so much better when consistently taking profits. Like, it's
I
beautiful.
fully agree with you.
Yeah.
This is out of
Yeah.
personal vendetta. I've struggled with this a lot.
Yeah. Like right now, Kashif, who knows, maybe he goes for break even, maybe it doesn't, but he already took profits. So if and think about this for everyone that is watching and even for you too, guys. Like, when do we make, all of us, when do we make most amount of our mistakes? When do we get emotional? It's when we take losses. It's never,
Mhm.
yes, also it is when we take a lot of winners and we're overconfident, sure, but it's also when the market just keeps humbling us, loss, and we're like, you know what, let me over risk, let me over leverage, let me get the account out of drawdown. So that's why I recommend people taking profits, like, instead of holding for those huge trades. So yeah.
That is 100% correct.
What else do we have? Kashif, do you use footprint data?
Yes, I recently started to use it, bookmap data, and it's really helpful on the 1 minute time frame.
Hell yeah. Do you guys day trade silver, purchase only physical? I know that Salah purchased physical.
Yeah.
Do you have it? Well, don't say it, because, well, Kashif is saying that maybe he has it, right? And it's obviously locked up in a under the ocean. So no one would ever be able to find it. What about you, Kashif? Do you also have any locked up under the ocean? No? Okay. Yeah, me either.
Yeah, mine is locked up somewhere very far.
Today gold buy, market maker model, TP hit. Let's go. Yeah, winning ratio is 100% better than a high risk reward. I think we can all agree with that. The high risk reward just sounds better and looks better. Like, nothing better than a precise entry, precise exit, 1 to 10. Everyone would love that. But, like, just takes so much out of you. So
Kimmel takes so much out of you, your capital, your emotions, everything basically, because it's just, look, it sounds good, it is good, but you're losing for what, 4 out of 5 days? One big day that's gonna make up what you lost and probably double, but one of those days it's not going to happen and you're going to go in deeper losses and it's going to cost you a lot just because you're refusing to go for the safe, almost guaranteed returns that you could have. And by the end of the month they're going to be chunky. When you have a lot of accounts, you're just maximizing, um, it's all a capital game. The more accounts you have, the more capital you have, the more money you're going to make.
yeah.
So just think of it that way. Scaling up, same risk, very low, but with multiple accounts, you're set.
Yeah, people like, the problem is people think a lot about the monetary value of stuff.
Yeah,
But if you really think, like, obviously on a 10K account, you're not going to change your life.
yeah.
But as you stack up, it was you, Salah, right? That started with a 10K account and everything you have
5K.
became 5K
5K.
account. From
Yeah.
a 5K account, 10K, 50K, 100K. and now absolutely insane, right? So it's something that you can build up. You don't need to have a 5K and then make 50%. Like that's not going to happen. So
It's not
yeah.
realistic. It could happen once every now and then, but it's just too much. There is no need for that to happen.
Yeah. Slow progress is progress at the end of the day. um, let's see. How do you guys manage your emotions when a trade you were fully confident in still takes a loss? Kashif, let's start with you. How do you manage your emotions? Let's say on that trade you were very confident there was going to be a win and it becomes a loss. You're muted, I think.
My rule is very simple. Like as you mentioned, like having a higher strike rate than a higher risk reward. So I always secure half at 1 to 1, and I also look at like what is the level at 1 to 1. For example, if you look at this trade, if we talk about the previous trade, at 1 to 1, I was looking at this liquidation level right here. I was looking at this high, so it was pretty obvious for me at 1 to 1 I should be securing like at least 70% of my positions, because at 1 to 1 we have these highs, we have the London highs, and there's a possible scenario price just takes out the highs and it drops. And even if you look at gold, like gold takes nowadays, like it's taking out session highs and lows, and then it drops. Any equal high or equal low, it just takes out liquidity, and there's a uh, quick pullback. So at 1 to 1 I secure full. And about the loss, like for example, if I take a loss, like let's say if I went into a buy and it just goes against me, then I sit back and I look at the next order blocks on the higher time frame. Let's say 15-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame. Just let the price action do its thing, and then I get back into the trade. Now this right here, I marked it on the chart. Let me just mark it again. I was looking at this 3-minute fair value gap. Yes, this one. So if you look at the 3-minute time frame, you can see it was after the market structure shift, price action left an inefficiency. It pulled back into this 3-minute inefficiency, gave some rejections, tried to scare off some buyers with this big red candle, black bearish candle, and now it's just going up again, and it's gonna go to these highs now, because this rejection is very strong from this. So if I get like I'm in a buy from here, now I'm looking for a market structure shift above. There you go. So now we are having this market structure shift. Now that means like the high possibility will just continue the trend on the 1 minute. Closes above.
What about you, Salah? How do you deal with it?
Um, Honestly, I would first of all check why that happened. I would just try to understand what went wrong, or if my analysis was wrong. Try to see what my mistake is. And then after that, I'm gonna look for another opportunity. If it matches with my bias. If not, if my bias is just completely wrong, I'm just gonna get out of the market. I'm not gonna trade, because I know myself. When I allow myself to revenge trade, this is one of the bad habits that I still face every now and then. If I don't hold myself, uh, I'm just gonna revenge trade, full on revenge trade. So I need to get off the markets. If I do face a loss that I wasn't expecting at all, like I had an A+ setup and I just get a loss, I wouldn't I wouldn't be doing fine. So I just need to leave the markets for the day.
Yeah, a lot of a lot of what people end up doing is that they take a loss, all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden they get emotional, and then they just blow the account. Like usually the loss, like you can already know when you're going to blow the account. It's like if you took a lot, how many times, I want to know from the people in the chat, how many times have you been emotional, you took a loss, you were emotional, and then you made it back, versus how many times have you taken a loss, been emotional, and then blown the account? Just let me know how many times for you guys in the chat has it happened that you took a loss, tried to make it back, and did make it back. And then what I was going to say is the way that I solve it is by simply allowing myself to always expect a loss. So no matter how confident you are in a trade, it can still be a loss. So a lot of traders, every time you enter in a trade, it's like, okay, is this and 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 this that I'm looking for? And you forget, like, because you're now only thinking about the positives of these trades, right? Because this happened, this happened, this happened, so that means it's very likely that we're going to move up. Well, if you start thinking about the opposite of like, okay, we have all these reasons why this trade is going to be a win. What about all of the reasons why the trade is going to be a loss? And then from there on, you are able to rationalize that this trade can be a loss, right? So that's why that's what helps me. Like for example, even on the trade that I'm in on EU, even if it fully reverses, I'm like, ugh, okay, it's not fun, but at least I already expect it. For example, Kashif, he actually mentioned the extreme, the demand zone on EU, and I know goddamn well that the market might go to the demand zone, right? It might go to that extreme demand zone a little bit further down and then move higher. So that can clearly happen. And if that's the case, and I'm still holding the trade, then I have to accept that I might take the break even, or I might take the little loss. So yeah, it's like always think about the negatives too of the trades that you're taking. Always think about the negatives too. Let me quickly share the trade on EU. Let's do this. Boom. There you go. Because now we're reacting out of the order block. But like, what do I do now? Well, we have highs here that the market might still go to. We're at this 1 hour order block. The market can still move all the way up, come to this fair value gap, and then move lower. Right? There's so many things that can happen. And it's not that it is going to happen. It's just I want to rationalize why it could happen. I think that is what is important. Then I have the extreme because the market might do this or even this. Who knows? So just look for all the reasons why the trade is not going to play out. Like that's what's going to help you a lot.
Kimmel, I believe that we're gonna have a break of the trend line liquidity on gold right now.
Oh,
And
what, we're dropping?
yeah. And probably we should have a buy limit around 4060. Stops at 50, 100 pips would play out perfectly. So it makes sense to you too as well.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
We have, well, New York session has opened. Today is a bank holiday. Like, do keep in mind that that is why. Not only that, but we also have government shutdown. Like the
Yeah.
NFP has been moved for the third time now. I don't even know if PPI is going to happen. Like, they might just remove it. They
Anything
put it
with
on.
I don't think anything that has to do with jobs reports, whatever, anything that has to do with that isn't going to be released.
Yeah, and then on the other week, like NFP, CPI, 2 days in a row. It's
That's
going to be fun. And then
crazy.
2 weeks after, you have another NFP. So it's just, I think the last government shutdown happened 2018. So I wasn't even trading when the last government shutdown happened. And
Yeah.
funnily enough, it's not even doing anything weird to the market. I think the market is trading just as normal without the government with the government shutdown versus without. Like
It's
everything is the same.
it's Trump's effect. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's true.
It's Trump's
And
effect.
then
And you see, I read something this morning regarding the Trump family trying to make crypto their family business. You know, they're trying to take over crypto.
and do you know
So
why? Because it's not considered the security. So, for
yeah,
example, did you guys see that guy that made $180 million trading the
yeah,
short?
that's pure insider trading.
But
There is no other way.
no one can go to jail because there was no.
Yeah,
It's not a security. If it
I
was
know.
stocks, that would be different.
If it
But
was
he's
stock,
doing that in
the
crypto.
president would be in jail right now.
Yeah.
If this was
If they
stock.
find out, goddamn. Uh, can you share what makes funding pips a good choice for beginners? I think the entry the requirements for entry on funding ticks are very low. Like they have the cheapest 5K account. They have the cheapest accounts overall. And well, let me show you one thing that completely trumps everything. What is your one goal for everyone that is watching this? Get a payout. Well, funding ticks has literally almost double the amount of payouts that anyone other has, right?
Plus,
160 million. Number two is at 92 million.
mhm,
So I
on
think
top
that,
of that, Kimmel, zero payout denials. Zero.
yeah,
And this is a proven fact that no other prop firm could prove to others because every other prop firm out there denied payouts. They even one payout. Okay, funding
yeah,
pips never ever denied a single payout.
yeah. And that's
In,
the one goal with
even
the
other
prop
than
firm.
that, like trading conditions are really smooth because on funding pips, we you have no slippages. Like I tried other pro firms and there has been a lot of slippages
I,
recently. So
I will say that if you go for bigger accounts and bigger lots, there's going to be some,
Yeah,
but like just know that it's not zero when you go into bigger lots, but when you're because he mentioned beginners, like you're not gonna have problems with slippage on
with
smaller accounts.
comparatively, like it's 1000% better. Like I would say.
But yeah, so many people said chasing the loss countless times, blown 80% of the times. Yeah, it took a loss. Like here to the end to the question of how many people have ever made the money back. So, like I will say this, a lot of people like when they see their equity dropping, they quickly want to go back to the high when on the day. Like just wait for the next day. Like let the market do its thing cuz instead of chasing this being reversed in one day, just wait for it to be reversed in the next week. Like I had a 3 trade losing streak uh last no not last week, well, Friday and Monday, uh and now I'm already in profit again. So it took a week for me to get back to profit from minus 2.5. So yeah, it's just take your time. Like patience is a virtue in trading, in life, to be fair. So Z no, okay. Does anyone have any other questions? Let's see. The thing is, if we take consistent loss, even if we get a perfect entry, we can't hold for a target. We will exit when the loss is covered. Oh yeah, we will exit when the loss is covered up. That is a very good point. God damn, that was actually a very good point. Why can't you trade funding pips in Dubai? I have no idea. I'm not a legal team, so Does any of you know? I don't. Probably just some regulation in
Yeah,
UAE.
regulations for UAE residents, they're not allowed to trade on funding pips. It's just the regulations. However, if you're there for a visit or if you're there for a couple of months even, you're allowed as long as you prove that you do not reside in the UAE.
Okay, nice.
Mhm.
This happened already to me with a couple of prop firms that when I went traveling, they were like, "Yo, why are you requesting this big payout from
Yeah, whatever
Iceland?"
country.
And I'm like, "Bro, I'll send you all of the tickets if that you want."
Yeah, as long as
Usually,
you have the tickets, you're good.
yeah, everyone is pretty chill. And one of them was a train ticket, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
I set
all the
a I
rest.
set a buy limit at 40-60.
So at the level, let me go to FXCM. No, you're on Oando, right?
Mm.
Fucking, where's Oando? Oh, directly the first one. 4060. It should be around here. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's my buy limit. Man, I'm just going 1 to 2 on it. Just safe and sound. Something guaranteed.
It's going to be interesting to see how stock market opens, given that it's a bank holiday, but NQ is open.
Hmm.
That's going to be pretty interesting. Because right now, like, you don't have much information
Yeah, you don't have anything.
for Valley Gap. Ugh, it's just probably have to wait a little bit. What is this? Reversing a bit? Yeah. You can stay on EU for a bit. Where you people again, it's just regulations. Do we need to retain the tickets? Just ask them on email, I guess.
Plane ticket, train ticket, whatever it is, ticket you got to prove that uh, you're where you're trading from.
Yeah.
The reason behind that is so you don't just give somebody your account so they could make money for you on it or sell accounts.
Like, just I heard this from a prop firm CEO. I don't remember who it was. They're like, if you're trying to play the game, expect to be played. And I think it was Khaled that said, like, we don't let people play the game because we're not playing people.
Hmm.
They're not trying to mess you over if you don't try to mess them over.
That's
That's
pretty fair.
prop firms, yeah. So that's why I tell people. There's people that ask me, "Oh, what about hedging on a personal account and blah blah blah?" And I'm like, just learn to trade. Like,
Yeah, like
if you
why would
learn
you
to trade, you
unhead?
don't have to find about these ways and blah blah blah, because you're gonna get caught eventually. So, in your early trading days, you might have taken several trades a day, but now after experience, you've become more selective. What advice would you give to a trader in their first 1 to 2 years trying to build that same discipline? Very good questions, Ziggy. Do you want to start, Kashif?
Look for 1 to 2 setups per day. Like, do not try to overtrade, and understand, like, market, it it runs like in probability. Every session there will be a different probability. Every day there will be a different probability. So if you take a loss in one session in one setup and you are trying to cover it cover it back in the same price section, you are actually not playing the probability. So understand, like, if you even if you are right like 50-60% of the times with a 1 to 2, eventually you will make money in the end. But the most difficult thing in trading is to survive, is to wait for the next setup when you take a loss. So try to work on this, try to backtest this, and you will improve.
Kashif? Sorry. Salah?
As he said, but to add to it, I would say just look for one clean setup per day. Um, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, that's it. You're not gonna force it. I'm not gonna focus on anything more than one pair. Um, so I limit my options, when it comes to setups. And what else? I wouldn't follow any signal groups. Mm, so trades. Also, I would focus on working throughout one session only. Not gonna work through more than one session, so I can limit my trades as well. And never get married to a bias.
Especially on gold.
Yeah, that would end
People
up
that got
very,
married
very
got.
bad. Mhm.
Yeah, like I think we can all attest to focus on maximum like 3 pairs, one session. If you are, and this is the thing, I want everyone to know that is in the chat. If you are not happy with your results right now, and you're trading like the lower time frames, like the 1 minute and even 5 minute, just go up a time frame. Like you will be so much better off because you'll have less trades and more margin for error. Like that is the best thing that you can do. Like go up one time frame and you'll see that you're much more likely to become profitable. I wonder for the people in the chat, what time frame do you execute on? Not doing analysis, what time frame do you execute on? I wonder. If you go on a van for 2 3 months, you're roasted. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, definitely less amount of pairs, higher time frame. You will much more likely be profitable than someone that is. And by the way, I started by trading 28 pairs. It was wild. Um,
28 pairs?
yeah, all of the FX pairs. Like the
Are you
first community I
serious?
joined, they did all of them. It like basically every week you would check all of the pairs and see which one has the highest probability of playing out. But like it was just trash. Like
Yeah,
they're not
I can
15
imagine.
minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 1 minute, 15 minutes. Oh, a lot of people trading the 15 minute. Very nice. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, same here.
Damn, 1 hour, very nice. Mostly 1 hour and 30 minutes for. God damn, I was seriously expecting all of you to say 1 minute. Very nice. Very, very good. Yeah, that's sick. So, like, for everyone that is at a break-even stage now, I would say, like, just reduce the amount of mistakes you're making because you'll see, like, the mistakes you're making are you getting emotional, over risking, and that's what gets you into the drawdown. Reduce the mistakes you make. Maybe trading counter to the trend, maybe trading 1 to 2 to 3 times a day. Reduce that, and you will see that you will go profitable. Like maybe you're not going to be 5 to 10% profit, which very little people do, but you'll do 3. And 3 times 12, that means you profit 36% a year, and that is amazing. So yeah. If I was trading the 1 minute, I would not be here. Marcy, I'm excited to have you on on futures. You'll be doing, but I'll show you how to do 5 minute and 15 minutes, so it's fine. What about for people that are break even, Salah? What would you say?
What was the question?
Like, let's say that someone is at break even right now. So we talked about traders that want to get profitable after 1 to 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
If they are at break even, right? So they're always they're winning a little bit, then they lose a little bit, then they lose a lot, and they come back, and now they're always stuck at a break-even stage. How can they break out and become profitable?
How can they break out? Honestly, if you're a break-even trader for a couple of years and it's always been the same way, winning good, losing what you won eventually, so and so. You need a clear change. Okay, you need a very clear change, whether it's in your approach, whether it's in your session that you're using, the time frame. Regardless, you know something is wrong with what you're doing. So you need to change something about that, and um, emotionally, you need to be sharp, very sharp. Okay, um, to simply just acknowledge that you have to make it. You have no other way, and you will succeed in this. And once your psychology is firm, you're gonna be able to do that. Honestly, you're gonna try to avoid the setbacks that you had before uh, by not repeating the same mistakes. If that makes sense.
Reduce mistakes, become profitable. What
Mm-hmm.
about you, Kashif?
So if you are a break-even trader, I would suggest like be very selective about of your trades. Like do not switch to different time frame. Like try to build your edge on one time frame. For example, like if you backtest and your strategy is 15-minute order block, 1 minute market structure shift, and you get into a trade, try to take the similar trades on the same time frame, because you go break even when you try to jump between different time frames. For example, you see like a 1 minute big candle and you get excited and you try to execute that trade, and you know that is not your back tested setup, you will take a loss, and that will just throw you off from your profitable edge. So be very selective of your trades. Like stick to one time frame, stick to one staging time frame, and stick to one execution time frame. Do not try to be a cowboy when there's volume, and you will see like you will get out of break even stage. And one more thing, like how I came out of break even stage personally, like when I was a break even trader, I back tested 100 trades. Like for example, I would back test 100 trades. 50 of the trades, there will be a loss. Now, I would do is I would look for my losing pattern, because every trader, there will be a losing pattern. Your winning trades will have a similar pattern, and your losing trades will have a similar pattern. And when you have enough backtested data, like it's easier for you to identify your losing pattern, where you make mistakes, where you get emotional, where you get excited. Once you spot that, try to train your subconscious mind to not do those mistakes again. And slowly, you get out of break even stage. Takes time.
Oh yeah. Someone said, I really like what Yash said in the chat. I used to trade the 1 minute time frame, but I realized it creates too many trades in a day and often leads to counter trend trading, which is exactly what Kashif just said, which is you see a 1 minute going bearish and you're like, oh my God, it's going to go down. And then you short and then you miss the overall higher time frame move. So now I removed it from my favorites and I only use the 15 minute. That is fire. I absolutely love that. It just gives, as you guys said, as all of you both in the chat and Salah and Kashif said, they just create so many setups that since it creates so many setups, it the margin for error is way smaller. The probability of overtrading is so much higher, and it's just going to reduce your profitability, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very impressed that so many people said 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That is very nice.
Looks like gold isn't gonna give us an opportunity.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe after this stream is over. But yeah, you know
yeah.
the plan. 40, 60 is our ideal entry zone. If that is disrespected, I see it dropping to 40, 46, and um, reversing from there. But that's an extended scenario. For now, what I expect is 40, 60, and it should play well because you can see all the price action at 40, 60. how many times it tried to break that area, and what happened before, the history on that specific zone.
Let's go here to see what he's talking about. So 4060. This the area that
Yeah,
Ella is mentioning.
and
So
it makes sense to even the beginners, probably.
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now break through, pull
Yeah,
back, move
it's
higher.
just gonna pull that trend line liquidity, tap into it, and then it's gonna reverse.
Kashif, did you enter in any gold
Yes, yes,
long
yes.
again?
I did.
I
I did
knew
on
it.
the
I knew
3 minute time frame, the fair value gap. I'm actually managing that trade right now.
Let's
This one.
yes sir. Let's see it. Do you wanna share screen?
Yeah, sure. This one, I think like I marked it before as well. This 3 minute fair value gap. Give rejections. Like honestly, I went into the buys, but I closed my initial positions when it started to go bearish. But then again, I gave this another chance after this market structure shift right here. So you see, like there was pretty much volume dodgy candle right here, and from here, this was my entry right here. And actually, like I'm gonna secure. I've already secured like 80% because it's just break taking out this high right here, bearish candle.
Beautiful.
So it's kind of like a 1 to 2 for me. Like I'm done for the day. I'm done.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful, bro. Good job.
Do you guys mind if I quickly break down NQ?
Go ahead.
Let's
Yes, please.
so sharing the screen. Here you go. Do this 1 second. Cheeky little market breakdown. Okay, so right now, NQ is at the overall level that we knew that the risk of pulling back to is. Now the question is, are we going to move higher and then go to all-time high, or are we going to fully reject this move? Now, one of the things that I've already said is that the risk of what is going on now is that we're one tweet away of all-time high or one tweet away of fully moving lower. That's really what I don't like in the current market that we're looking at. But if I had to guess exactly where the market is going to go, I would say that we are more likely to go towards this 4 hour high than to this low. Well, obviously the difference is also huge, but let's say I think it's more likely that we go towards this 4 hour high than the fair value gap low. But I don't know. It's creating this range where it's bank holiday, NQ is open, but we're just stuck in this range and we don't have a clear sense of direction. And one of the things that I've mentioned before was you want to trade a market that is 80-20 in direction and who knows, maybe 50-50 in trade probability. Because right now we're at this point where it's a 50-50 direction where we have huge 1 hour fair value gap and we have a 4 hour huge 1 hour fair value gap and huge 4 hour fair value gap, or just normal 4 hour fair value gap, but a very very heavy market indeed. So this is the point where if you guys want to take any trades today, I do recommend you managing aggressively to the point that we're talking. And you guys know I don't like to move to break even, but if uh if it comes to the point where the market is moving on without you, and let's say that this would be the order block and your stop loss would be technically you would have to put your stops here, I would even just put it at break even, just because of the high risk of the market just fully reversing, and I don't think levels are going to be mega respected today. So right now we have 15-minute just closed. So if I'm looking at this, I would say that we continue moving up, especially given the asset and what has happened over the weekend. For people that don't know, massive crash because Trump said, you know what, we're imposing tariffs on China. And then massive reversal because Trump was like, well, you know what, actually, I actually like China. So that's things that happen in 2 days with this sort of presidency. So if I had to guess, I would more likely be lenient for the longs. But today, the probability of me being sidelined today is actually very, very high. Just because if you go into the 5 minute, we were respecting the 15-minute fair value gap, boom, 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 and then 1 minute, a 5 minute candle just fully reverses the whole move. So let's see if we start showing bullishness to the highs, then that would be a clear target, and then your next target could be closing the fair value gap, and that would go in line with the order block right here that you would expect the reaction from. But seeing this big reversal, I would more so be focused on the longs, take profits, move on with your day. Like keep in mind on Friday, the market was mega bearish. So our direction was wrong, so to say, but we still were able to profit at the end of the day, right? 1 hour, move on. So with that, I do want everyone to be a little bit more cautious when it comes to today. Just wait for the market to show you very clear direction and then execute. Obviously, as market opens, I will be giving you updates. So just keep in mind that today we're going to be a little bit more neutral, neither bullish, neither bearish. So yeah, that is it. Let's see. Market is just like for everyone that was paying attention, keep in mind you don't want to trade a 50-50
You don't want to do that at all.
a 50-50 directional market. So
Hmm.
Ziggy asked Kashif, since you trade lower time frame 1 minute to 5 minute, I wanted to ask, sometimes on TradingView the chart doesn't show the sweep or break clearly, but on MT5 it looks like correct. Which is the difference?
So yes, this is true because if you're trading lower time frames, you need to be very quick. So what I do, I have my trading view on the screen, and at the same time, I have MT5 on my cell phone. So if price action is going towards uh, a liquidity point on the 1 minute time frame, I'll just quickly start to look at my MT5 so I could get precise entry because trading views sometimes it lags a little bit.
I rarely find myself just sitting like this, um, without any entries or interest in taking any setups any sort of way. I mean, I'm just waiting for the market to chill.
You know, what a clear indication for me is that we are in a range bound market is when I can't even put my thoughts together nicely when I'm doing a breakdown. That's literally if I see that I'm like looking for maybe this, maybe I don't I already know it's range bound.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like I already know I shouldn't be trading.
yeah.
So that, by the way, I don't know if you guys do this, Salah and Kashif, but for everyone that is watching, one of the best tools on TradingView is you can actually record your screen. So if you go to publish and you go record video idea,
Yeah, I know.
I
Whoa.
recommend you doing this every
Hmm.
single session that you are going to trade, because
Hmm.
then you will be able to speak out loud what you want to do. Uh, and by speaking out loud what you want to do, you will be able to um, see, just like I said, that you're confused, so maybe you shouldn't be trading.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
You're gonna see the mistakes you avoided or you saved yourself from as well.
it's not here anymore. Private? No. Like I have thousands, okay, not thousands. I have hundreds of videos that I recorded for myself that I didn't even post on um, anywhere because it was while I was unprofitable. Like I have so many videos back then. So yeah, just do that. How about EU GU? Gold having that pullback. Let's see if it moves down. NQ the move up. EU is just sticking around the order block, to be honest. DXY, it's opposite to EU, so definitely looking bullish still. And GU, same thing, looking bearish. So, but GU just needs a little bit more confirmation, basically. If you guys are looking for the shorts on GU, I would wait for a little bit more. Do you guys want to share some analysis? I know we've shared all the time, but we know how traders here are. It's like if we haven't shared in the last 5 minutes, like what the fuck? What? Where's the
I'll,
market
I'll
going?
share. I'll share.
Let's go.
Basically, this is what I'm eyeing out on gold. This is on the 15-minute time frame, and I want it to take out this trend line liquidity and give us a nice drop to 40, 60, 40, 59 area. And then we can look for a rejection from that. And after this rejects, we will see a nice pullback towards, this would be TP1. That's your 1-to-1 over here. Potential setup. This is how your setup would look like. And I highly believe this setup will work out as planned. You can see over here the times and reactions it made to this specific level, and it didn't even try to retest it yet properly, besides this. So this, 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 this one, and then this one broke out. Okay. So when you see a zone like that with as many um, previous rejections from, at this time it's going to act as our support, which once was our resistance. Um, it is very simple, very easy to understand what I'm saying right here. Like even as a beginner, you can clearly see what I'm seeing. Okay, so this is all I have in mind for gold for today. Let's see if we're gonna get any action in 7 minutes. It's a bank holiday, but the stock exchange is open, and let's see.
What about you, Kashif? Do you want to share some analysis?
Yeah, I have one setup on Bitcoin.
Okay.
Just quickly share my screen. So on Bitcoin, I'm looking at this 1 over order block. It's pretty clean. It's not tapped. And I really like the way price action is approaching towards the order block, slowly accumulating. So do believe like if it gets tapped and there's no tweet from Trump, and if the price holds this order block, gives you a market structure shift on the 1 minute time frame or a 5 minute time frame, uh, can look for buys on Bitcoin from here all the way back up towards this area, this support. So this is a setup I'm looking at on Bitcoin.
You guys going for the long, goddamn. I don't know, crypto Did any of you have any crypto trades or spot on that push lower? 'Cause I got it. I
Uh,
closed the trade that it was going to be a massive trade, like
no way.
3 minutes after before the Trump tweet. Like it would have been a multi-figure trade. It's like insane. But yeah,
What was it? What was it?
it was just on a random altcoin, a massive short, like
Okay.
very big short,
Holy shit.
and that it dropped 40% in like 10 minutes.
Are you
Like
serious?
yeah, um,
Damn, bro.
like I closed the trade, and then I thought, okay, let me just put a limit order on my spot. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put a limit order on my spot. Um, and then when I check back, like no joke, 3 minutes after, everything gets triggered, and I'm like, what the fuck? I check the charts, and I'm already down 20% on spot, and I'm like,
The fuck?
what the fuck?
What?
That was the most insane crypto day I've ever had. Like, there's been crazier ones, like especially when crypto was not as well known, but like that was the craziest one that I've had for sure. So that
I
is
mean, for me, I moved most of. I don't know why. Like, I really don't know why. I can't answer this, but I moved most of my holdings, which I have in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, so and so, to just USDT. Okay, that
legend.
was before the crash, and before the crash in like a day or two. I do not know why. I had no
Insider
thoughts
info.
in my head. I just felt like it because I had low USDT. I think I'm not sure, and I usually do not do this, but I did it, and it's some um divine intervention and saving we can say for me.
Yeah,
Because
that is wild. Did you buy back or no?
no, I'm
No.
chilling right now. I'm telling you, I'm chilling on everything. I will buy the dump once it's proven that it is a dump. So I'm not just gonna rush in now because right now I don't know what's happening. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
nobody does. So better wait. I don't care about buying all-time highs. I just want to be in the safe side.
Yeah, that
And
is a
yeah,
fair point.
I
Do you see?
think we have 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
Gold is
Uh,
going
New
4100.
all-time high, yeah.
I think this question is for you, Salah. Do you see silver outperforming gold in the coming days? Don't think coming days when thinking about outperforming, by the way.
What
The
do you
way things
mean
are set up, and gold has a
outperforming?
significant rally already.
Um, Oh, silver is gonna follow gold. So if gold is doing really good, silver is gonna follow. Um, it cannot just do much better and gold missing out on that. Like you get it? They're kind of correlated. Plus, um, silver will give you more in return. So if you invest on silver right now, you invest in like 3 kilos, 4 kilos, five. You will profit really good from them in the next 6 months. Yes, I that is according to my analysis. Okay, because we will see silver at around $70 before the end of this year. This is what I believe. $70 per ounce, which is pretty crazy, but this is what I expect from it.
Yes, sir. We're going crazy on silver.
Yeah. If you think about it, like you having kilos, that is a lot of money. If you bought a kilo when the ounce was $32 and the ounce is like 52 now, that's $20 difference per ounce, which is
Yeah.
a lot when it comes to kilos.
But yeah, my setup is simple. I focus on the 15-minute engulfing candles. If the trend is bullish, enter on a bullish engulfing. If it's bearish, I take the bearish one. Yeah, that is good. I like you, Yash. You can come more often. Also wait for the zone. Gold. Rick says, love you, Kashif. That would be insane.
Just buy gold. every
And put it under
every
the ocean.
every pullback is a buy opportunity on gold.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we said.
But yeah, with
Okay.
that, does anyone have any other questions? Leave it in the chat or we will call it a day. We'll wait 5 more minutes and then well, 1 more minute to see if anyone has any questions. And yeah, Ziggy said really learned a lot from this live. Thank you for sharing. Hell yeah. But yeah, with that, thank you, Salah. Thank you, Kashif. Thank you all for coming. Thanks everyone in the chat.
Thanks,
Very good
Kimmel.
questions today. And yeah, thank you
Thanks,
guys.
everybody. Have a blessed day. Safe trading.
Yeah. Bye.
Peace out. Bye
Thanks,
bye.
Bye.
Kimmel. Thanks, Salif.
Yeah.
Bye.